Alright guys, on my last Instagram video, I said that I actually do not talk to over 3/4 of people I am related to by blood back at home in Kenya. I said that nowadays I make a distinction between relatives and family. I do not throw around the word family carelessly because to me that word has deep meaning and importance. I said that relatives sometimes are hardly family. They're just people you're related to by blood. And let's face it, you do not get a chance to choose who you're going to be related to by blood. You just get born, you're living in the same house, they are your relatives. You just know them by default. You did not choose to know them, and you cannot, you can't change that. However, I believe you can choose your family. I believe that family has meaning behind it. These are the people who are there for you no matter what, and these are the people who want to see you win. I have friends and literal old neighbors from where I grew up in Nairobi. I have people there who've shown me that they are family over the years, even though we are not related by blood, but they've always come through for me. I could always count on them. So that's basically what I said on my last video, and on the comment section people seemed to agree for the most part. In my DMs, most people agreed, the people who I chat with in the DMs. But there was a percentage of people who still brought me that nonsense of like, don't say such things because your family is your family, friends are friends, neighbors are neighbors, and your relatives will always be your family whether you like it or not. Again, propaganda. You can stay over there with your propaganda. I will not have people give me a headache. People drive me up a wall. People affect my mental wellness with their own mental illness in the name of, but you are related to me. Being related to you does not mean that you can abuse me. Being related to you does not mean that you can take me for granted. I will not accept that propaganda in my life. I'm in my 30s, and I think for the most part, I was sort of like naive in my life, in the sense that I used to think that because I want to see people win, I want to see people, get ahead in life, I want to see people graduate, I want to see people get better jobs, I want to see people get married, I want to see people level up, I want to see people realize their dreams. Like, for me, if you win, it doesn't take anything away from me. I used to think that everybody is like that, and then I got a rude shock, and that's what I'm calling naivety. There are people who want to win alone. They want to be the only one who is related to you by blood, who made it. Like, they want to be the talk of your quote-unquote family, and they want to be alone at the top. They don't want anybody coming along, and that just startled me, because it's like, why? If the next person gets something good in their life, it doesn't take anything away from you. Why would you want it just for yourself? You're gonna get bored at the top. Do you not want to take your day ones, people who you grew up around? I'm the kind of person who every time I go back home to Kenya, even the people I hang out with is people I grew up with. I'm the kind of person who just is grounded like that. Like, I could never forget where I come from, like the people who I know from like day one. So to see people who are quote unquote family act like they don't want to see people related to them getting good things in their life, my mind cannot even fathom. I can't comprehend it, because it's like, why though? Why? And I got a rude shock in my life, especially when older relatives, people who you think, okay, these are the guys who are going to guide us, these are the guys who are going to advise us, they then instigate, they then create divide and conflict. It's like, people who you look up to because they are the next generation, they're the people who raised you, they're the people who know all of you, they then come in the middle of your relations with other relatives and they create conflict. It's like some narcissistic BS that I have dealt with in my 20s, and I used to be like, oh, but they are my so and so, we are very close, we are related. And then I thought, you know what, these people, like certain people, not everybody in my family, but certain people are toxic, and the sooner I just accept that. Some people I don't even love from a distance. You know how we say, just love them from a distance. Some people I do not even love from a distance. I am indifferent to them. Like I do not care. Like to the point where if somebody called me and told me they were dying in a hospital, it would be like you told me a stranger is dying at the hospital. That's how many chances I have given them. And every time they prove that they are just a bad seed. They are toxic. There's no helping them. Just pray for them and stay away and just maintain your own sanity. So for the people who are offended by that video where I said some people are just relatives and some people are family, please learn to make the distinction. I don't have anything to apologize. I meant it and I'm doubling down. I actually mean it because I think in my 30s I decided to just make my mental wellness a priority. I do not need unnecessary depression, unnecessary stress just because somebody is related to me by blood. Let's leave it to God. He will decide. If he doesn't vindicate me, okay, then he can punish me. But I'm not going to just tolerate nonsense because I tolerated it for like literal years, buying that propaganda that, oh, but they're related to me by blood. Blood is thicker than water only scientifically. Let us leave it as scientific fact. Let's not force issues. Blood is thicker than water scientifically, not necessarily metaphorically. It's official, I'm dumb. Your girls are dummy. I'm dumb. No, let me not be too hard on myself. I'm not dumb. I simply did not know something. So the thing is, the other day I was headed out to eat and I asked my neighbor, you want to come out to eat with me? Like I'm headed out to the Turkish place. And you know how it is in the West, right? If you've lived here, you know how it is. All white neighborhoods, they'll probably say no. And even to one another, it's not because you're a foreigner, even to one another, they just ask for appearance sake, okay? But the answer is probably going to be, no, I have something to do. It's the West, honey, it's the West, okay? In Kenya, there are high chances that people will join you because, we come from these warm, inviting cultures, and they're out here, they are cold and distant. Again, there's no right or wrong culture. It's just a different culture. I do not judge them for it. They've lived that way all their lives. They like to be left alone. And that's fine, right? After some time, you get used to it. So even when somebody asks you, hi, how are you in the neighborhood? They don't really want to know how you are. They just, it's white people's hi, how are you? It's not an African's hi, how are you? Back at home in Kenya, when the neighbor has a problem, they tell you. When your colleague has a problem, they tell you. Like, it's normal for us. And out here, it's like, ooh, wako na ubinafsi sana. That is Swahili for like, they live independent from one another and everybody just looks out for themselves. So in Kenya, if I ask you, you want to come out to eat with me? Twende Anjera, wapi, wacha ni come. Like, basically, somebody's going to get ready. We are spontaneous people and they will join you for lunch, right? If they can't do it on that day, they will be like, wait, sweetie, unipigie Friday tunaenda na wewe. We will go, like, they will compensate. If they can't do it that day, they will give you a date. And sure enough, they'll be there. But out here in the West, you ask knowing that the answer will probably be, No. So anyway, so I asked my neighbor, you want to come out to eat with me? I'm headed out to the Turkish place. And this is why I'm saying your girl's a dummy. Because my neighbor was like, what Turkish place? You're seldom at the Turkish place. You never go to the Turkish place. And I was like, the place past the river. And they were like, no, that's not the Turkish place. The Turkish place is the other place where I never see you there. Like my family and I, we go there. You're seldom ever there. There's a Turkish place, and then there's another Turkish place, which I just found out is not Turkish and has never been Turkish. Guys have been eating at an Arab place and calling it a Turkish place. Your girl's a dummy. Apparently, I've been having Arab food and saying that I'm having Turkish food. So my neighbor was like, you're always at the Arab place. Oh my gosh, good grief. Me at the Arab place, but telling everybody and their aunt that I was at the Turkish place, that I ate at the Turkish place. Now it finally hit me why my hubby can never seem to find me. Every time I tell him to come pick me up at the Turkish place, we always end up like meeting somewhere else, or somehow he won't find parking because the Turkish place is normally very full and we end up meeting at a different spot. The whole time I've been sitting at the Arab place. Like the Arab place is Arabic. I've not been to the Turkish place that many times. What is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. So my neighbor was like, you're always at the Arab place. I was like, no, I'm always at the Turkish place past the river. They were like, no, that's an Arab place. So today when I went there, I had to ask like, are you Arab or Turkish? And the lady looked at me like, I'm Arab. And I was like, you are always Arab? No, like, yeah. I'm a dummy, but that doesn't mean that I don't know the difference between Turks and Arabs. Of course I do. Same way I know that not all Egyptians consider themselves Arabs, and same way that I know that Afghanis are not Arabs, Iranians are Persians. I know there's a difference between these brown people, right? I wasn't trying to be ignorant or anything. I simply thought that I've been eating at a Turkish place, and the lady was like, look around you, everything is written in Arab. And the names of our food on the menu, it's all Arab dishes. And I was like, but the other place has similar dishes. And she was like, no, not at all. It was so embarrassing, especially because I tried to save face by arguing. I was like, but the food over there is almost the same as yours. And she was like, yeah, almost, but it's not the same food. We've never once served you Turkish food. We always gave you Arab food. Every time you came here, you had Arabic dishes. Check out the menu again if you need to. And I was like, oh, I see. Oh my, the embarrassment. If you're a Kenyan, it's sort of like how Kikuyus have Githeri and Kambas have Modokoi. Looks the same, but it's not the same thing. Does not even taste the same. Well, at least I learned something, right? And granted, both taste amazing. Turkish food is amazing. Arab food is amazing. Now I know the difference. Okay, clock that, Elizabeth. Clock that.